Okay, we are back over here at Creation Station, and this is the first day that I am making anything without my sling on. I'm not supposed to have it off yet. I still have 2 more days before I can take it off, but I'm feeling good enough that I think I can do this simple recipe without overextending anything. So let's just get going, okay? We're gonna be making the foaming bath whip today. You do not have to whip this in order to use this for any type of a scrub or a cleanser. It's just called foaming bath whip, okay? Let me put my mask on, because the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna start adding all of our powders. So we're going to be adding our SCI powder first. Go very slow so you don't get all those powders wafting up in the air. Okay, the next thing we're going to be adding is our sorbitol powder. Next, we're going to add Cullinox salt. And the last of our powdered ingredients is going to be some stearic acid. Give that a little mix gently. We're going to set that off to the side. We're going to combine all of our liquids into one vessel, mix those up real well, and then we'll add those to the liquid. So the first thing we're going to need is water, obviously. The next thing we are going to add is glycerin. The next thing we're going to be adding is our lauramydyl propyl betaine, which is your liquid surfactant. And lastly is your tetrasodium EDTA, which is your chelating agent. Give that a good mix. All right, and then we're just going to slowly start incorporating that into our dry. Just be careful not to stir up these powders. Once you have everything all moistened nicely, we're going to go ahead and put that in a water bath. So let's bring that over here. Turn that on. And add some water to this. right, and we're just going to cook this down until it gets extremely liquid, because right now it's very chunky. You can see that in there, chunky and grainy. We want to get this down to a point where it is just silky, smooth, and liquid. Stirring is key. So this is going to take some time, but take your time to do it, because otherwise you're going to have like chunky bath whip. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and let that start heating and start melting. Okay, once it looks like it's no longer grainy, take it off of your heat, put everything aside so you don't hurt yourself with scalding water. Give it a good mix. See how nice and creamy this looks now? Go ahead and get some on your glove and feel it between your fingers. You'll be able to feel if there's grains or not. And I am not feeling any. So go ahead and scrape your sides down. Because now we have to wait until this cools down so that we can add our preservative. Yep, we have to wait a little bit.
A few moments later.
All right, let's check our temperature. All right, we're at 116, so we're good to go ahead and add our preservative. Liquid Germall Plus. Surprised I'm able to do that with this hand, but I have like my arm is like locked up against the side of my body. It's not moving at all, just my forearm and my wrist. All right, and that's about it, you guys. What I do, which is for the most part what I do with everything, because I don't live, you know, like I don't make products where I live. I have a, whoa. I have a separate facility that I have to travel to. So if I was to be at, you know, the place where I live, I could just leave this, and then later on tonight I can come and take a peek at it and see, you know, how stiff it's getting and so forth. But since I don't, I usually just leave this overnight. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave this overnight, and I'll come back and we'll take a look at it, and we'll do a test on it and see what the lather is like. Okay, so it is not the next day. It is actually multiple days later, because we had snow and cold and the whole situation. Today is my first day without the sling working here in the facility. I was able to take the sling off yesterday, which was Monday, which was 5 weeks post-op. So I am good to go with that. But enough about me. Let's take a look at the foaming bath butter. Now I have to tell you guys, this is over at my soap shop, and I turn the heat down extremely low when I leave here. I turn it down to actually 52. So when I come here with the heat kicking up on and off, it's usually around 55 degrees when I come back to the facility. So that's probably not normally what you guys are going to have wherever you are working, but just give a little poke here. You can see how nice and firm this is, which is why we're going to take our hand mixer here and just soften that up some. But for you guys, it's most likely not going to be this stiff, and it's not stiff to the point where you can't do anything with it. You know what I mean? Like I'm taking my finger, I'm dragging it through. It's not like a brick by any means, but this is a stiffer formula. And I wanted this that way because it's kind of like the stuff that you buy from the suppliers, right? All right, let's just get in here And then we're just going to loosen this up just a little bit, and then we're going to do a foam test, and that's it. That's going to be the end of the video. You guys can do what you'd like with this. Once you get this to a point where it's a little bit softer than it is right now, you can either just leave that the way that it is and then add your sugar or whatever exfoliants that you want to for a exfoliating soap, or you can just go ahead and whip it up and then add all of your exfoliants if you are looking for a whipped product. A lot of people are not looking for a whipped product, so this will work either way. So let's just turn this on low. We're just going to loosen this up some. That's about it, you guys. And as you can see, look at how nice and stiff this is. It's fantastic. So let's just leave that alone. You can keep on going if you'd like. Like I said, whip some air in there if you want to. I'm not going to. Let's take the gloves off. And we're going to go ahead and give this a little test here. Take my smart ring off. All right, this is a lot. This is probably like way too much, actually. Yeah, let's not do that. Let's just take a little teeny tiny bit so you guys can see how much foam this creates. It's insane. You saw how little I put on there. I mean, hardly anything. Look at this. Look at how nice and creamy and thick this lather is. And it's soft too, because we put a lot of glycerin in there. Let's get a little bit on our poof here and see how much that's gonna lather up. Just the tiniest little bit, you guys. It's an insane amount of bubbles and foam. And again, it's very, very soft on your skin. You can add, once you get your foaming bath base done, you can add oils, you can add emollient esters to that, colors, clays, whatever you'd like, whatever type of exfoliant, sugar, salt, nut powders crushed up. But look at the foam, you guys. Just the teeniest, tiniest little bit. Look at that. That's crazy. But it's crazy in a good way. So that is going to do it, though. That is one of the versions, and this is the one that I like the best. It is most like the stuff that you would buy from one of the suppliers as far as thickness. Like if I was to put all of that stuff inside of a container and it would get solid and form, you know, inside of the container there, you could be able to slice that with a knife and cut off chunks of that, just like you do with the stuff that you get in the containers from the suppliers. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and give this a try and leave me a comment down below and let me know how this worked out for you guys. All right, if you guys enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, share it with anybody you think might benefit from this. Until we meet again,